Hi guys, it's your girl again Shakina and we are back again with yet another video. Kama uja subscribe kwa hii channel, make sure ume subscribe before kuwatch hii video. Niko maeneo ya South B na niko na kijana barobaro hapa, acha awambie jina yake.
Good morning, I'm Martin Karungo. I work for Vesta Limited.
Anaitwa Martin na niko kwa hii duka yake. Acha atuambie hii duka yake, amesema inaitwa Vesta. Acha atuambie hii Vesta inahusiana na nini, ana deal na nini.
Okay, Vesta Limited is a Safaricom dealership. We deal in telecommunication. That is, we do sell Safaricom products. We are appointed Safaricom dealers.
Safaricom dealers, mnasikia kama uko na shida yoyote ya simu ya nini atakuja ashughulikie. Martin, tungetaka kujua, when did you start? Hii company ilianza lini, mwaka gani?
The company was incorporated in the year 2007. That is when it was registered. Then we started operations in the year 2008 after we got an appointment from Safaricom as a dealer.
Nice. Pia tungetaka kujua why the name Vesta, mbona si jina ingine?
Let me say we started this was a trading name, and we had to Google a lot and get a name that is unique. That is why we arrived at Vesta.
Na Vesta inamaanisha nini?
Vesta, at the moment it means that we do all things that are possible.
Nice. Pia tungetaka kujua, ukianza hii place ulikuwa na mission ingine ya kwanza, mbona hukuanza hoteli uite Vesta, mbona hukuanza maybe club uite Vesta, mbona Safaricom?
We had an interest in telecommunication, and by the time we were starting the business, we realized there was a need for the telecommunication product. By that time, that is when phones were on a high demand, and we thought there is money in telecommunication. That is why we decided to venture into this business. So we started in the year 2008, whereby we started with airtime sales. We do airtime sales. We have a target. By then we had a target of 20 million from Safaricom. And we also did phones, mobile phones. We also do line connections, SIM swap, and Mpesa. That is our core business.
Nice. Pia tungetaka kujua, hii Vesta iko na branches zingine ama ni huku tu South B?
Yes, we have a variety of branches. We have the 5 shops within Nairobi. We also have 2 outside Nairobi, one in Kisumu and the other one in Murang'a.
Na hizi ziko Nairobi, ungeambia kutuambia ziko wapi?
Yes, we have a shop in Kitengera, we have a shop at Rongai, we have a shop at Remuru, and here South B.
Martin, pia tungetaka kujua, hii place uko na employees wangapi kwa hii ya South B?
South B outlet, we have 3 employees. We have 2 DSAs. DSAs mean the daily sales agent who sell airtime and report to the shop. We also have a shop attendant who does Mpesa as well as line connections.
Talking of employees, ni qualities gani unaangalianga ndo uemploy mtu?
The qualities that I look at, number 1, I look for somebody who is presentable, somebody who has at least done O levels and above, somebody who is fluent in talking to customers, somebody who is presentable, and at least somebody who can be able to handle customers.
Nice. Tungetaka kujua, how about Form 4 leavers? Can you hire Form 4 leavers?
Yes, we do hire Form 4 leavers. For instance, our most of our employees are from 4 leavers. They do their shop. Most of them are shop attendant. Others do line connections, and they also do Mpesa.
Talking of for liver, lazima pia akuwe na ID, si ndio? Ama ID uangaliangi?
ID is a requirement. ID, copies of certificates, and we also ask for good certificate of good conduct, and we also ask for guarantors. Guarantors is those people they recommend them to our employment, because not everybody is honest these days. You may employ somebody in an Mpesa outlet, and at the end of the day he or she runs away with your money. So we ask for guarantors, and guarantors assure us that we do an agreement with the guarantors, where this agreement goes to even to the lawyers, so that if one of our employees runs away with their company money or anything else, then the guarantors are liable to pay.
Nice. Talking about running with money, ushaipata ile challenge ya mtu amepotea na pesa, and what did you do?
Yes, severally we do have such cases where somebody runs away with company money in terms of stocks or maybe money. And what we do, once we are not able to get them, we report the matter to the police, we get an OB, then we reach out to the guarantors. If guarantors are not able to help us, then we start a process of looking for that person, get him or her arrested, then we start the process of recovery.
So like mshaishika mmoja ama wawili?
Yes, so many of them. So far, for the last 2 years, I had 3 cases where one person ran away with a company motorbike. We were able to arrest him, and once the guy was arrested, the family came and pleaded with us, and they paid the money that we needed for the motorbike. Then we released him.
Nice. Talking of employees wako, tungetaka kujua challenges zenye unapitianga hapa na employees wako. Hakuwezi kosa some challenges.
The challenges are there. For instance, we get people who come with their own problems. Others have issues on handling money. Those are the challenges. Others don't do their reconciliations as requested. You see, in such an outlet, they have to reconcile. They have to do a daily reconciliation of all what, for instance, in Mpesa, they have to reconcile the money, the opening fruit and the closing fruit and the e-money and all that. In terms of airtime sales, a DSA has to reconcile what he was given, the bankings, and the balances of stock. So those are the challenges we encounter, to a situation where some of them are not honest enough. Some say that most of their customers did not pay, and after thorough investigation, some of them are lying to us. So we get so many challenges as far as the business is concerned.
Pia tungetaka kujua, for example, kama ni you from for liver na like she's or he is in need of e-job sana na ana idea of Mpesa venye kunaendanga, huwa mnamteach ama? So
what we do, we train them before they get into our employment. We, for instance, the Mpesa attendants, we train them for a whole week. We give them the basics on how to do Mpesa transactions, because these days Mpesa is very, 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 very sensitive. There are so many con men, and with proper guidance and training, then somebody is able to somebody is able to go over those temptations.
Nice. Pia tungetaka kujua, apart from hizo challenges umetuambia, akukosi zile at least advantages zenye unaweza appreciate our employees wako?
Yes, you see advantages are there, because you see we give them a target, and 80% of them achieve their target, and once they achieve their target, we also give them some remuneration and bonuses for achieving their targets. So not everybody is not every employee is bad, but 80% of them at least do quite a commendable job.
Tungetaka kujua how do you deal na maybe kama employee hataweza kuja job, like lazima akwambie before, ama unadealing aje na cases kama hizo? Juu maybe unaweza pata maybe mwingine anadanganya ni mgonjwa ama kitu kama hiyo, na maybe akona form zake, unadealing na cases kama hizo aje?
So what we do, for instance, if somebody says, comes and calls and says he's sick, or he or she is sick, so what we do, he has to come the following day. He has to come with a letter from a doctor.
But kuna mwenye maybe anaweza kuwa na rafiki yake, auntie yake ni daktari, aende andikiwe then.
Yeah, in such a situation now we are not able to get the correct information. So what we do, we always ask them, whenever you want to, you have something to do, you better ask for permission. We don't deny permissions. You go handle your issues. If it is sickness, go to the hospital, get cured. Then once you are good, you come back to work. Because what we do, we have people in waiting. Whenever somebody is off duty, then we have somebody else to take care of the shop, because we can't close the business because somebody is unwell.
True. Pia tungetaka kujua Martin, kutoka time ulianza hii place, goals zako zilikuwa gani na be able kuzi achieve kutoka hiyo time?
Yes, and now when we came here, you see, we have a shop. A shop has its own costs, and we are here to make money. So so far, for the last 5-6 years we have been in business, we have achieved 80% of our goals. We have made profits on line connections, airtime, and Mpesa. And going forward, despite the economic challenges, we can't complain.
Nice. Pia tungetaka kujua hii place ulianza na capital inatoshana aje? Si lazima utuambie exact a range of the capital.
We started, for instance, for this particular outlet, we started with a working capital of 250,000, and 250,000 that was for both Mpesa and purchasing of lines. And this particular outlet has a working capital of not less than 300, so the money revolves around Mpesa, airtime sales, airtime purchases, and lines purchases.
Pia tungetaka kujua Martin, before hiyo 200,000, before uanze hii kitu ya Mpesa, before that bado ulikuwa a business owner ama what were you doing?
Before we started this business, I was employed in another company, and a company that was dealing with pharmaceuticals. So after working there for 10 years, we decided to come and set up a business.
Nice. When you decide to set up business, hii 200k ni kitu ulikuwa umesave ama ni kitu tu ulikuwa tu umeamua maybe ka loan mahali?
No, it was not savings. We got a loan from Equity Bank, whereby the bank supported us to start up the business. Yeah.
So hii loan mlichukua tu once 200k ama kuna ingine mlikuwa nayo?
It was not 200 alone, because each and every outlet, for instance, our outlet 5, we got a loan from Equity for about 1 million shillings, whereby we started off. So in the meantime, we have been able to pay the loan back to Equity, and now we learn with our own money.
Venye mliomba loan kwa Equity, ni challenges gani unaweza sema mlikuwa mna face?
The challenges were the interests, the bank interests, and you see sometimes the business is not always, it's not 100% promising, meaning you may have a few, maybe within a month you have not able to get that money to pay back to the bank. So we used to look for money from another source, come clear the loan as we wait for the business to grow.
Nice. Pia tungetaka kujua Martin, like if you are to be asked, unaweza toa hii business ya South B upeleke place ingine?
At the moment, place ingine not really, because as far as South B is concerned, South B is potential. For the number of years we have been here, we have had good business, and we are not intending to move it soon, because this is a place where there is business. Yeah.
And pia tungetaka kujua, talking of there is business, any advantages gani unaweza sema like unafurahi kukuwa your own boss?
You see, the advantages of being my own boss is that I'm able to set my own targets, monthly targets. I'm able to know what I want at the end of the month, pay myself, pay my employees, and then have a small profit for the business. So far, I can't complain, because we have been able to meet our costs, and at least the business has some retro profit to move on.
Talking of profit, Team Shakina tungetaka kujua, unalipanga employees wako pesa ngapi, ama hiyo ni too personal?
It's not personal. It depends with what we do. For instance, for those who do airtime sales, we pay them at a commission. We give them 2% commission of the total sales. For instance, if somebody does a million sales in airtime a month, times 2% of a million sales, they get 20,000. That is the commission. For Mpesa outlet, that one we have a basic pay, and the least we pay our Mpesa attendant is 15,000 per month.
Iko sawa kabisa. Pia Martin tungetaka kujua, if you were to quit hii job ya kuhusu Mpesa, what would be the reason?
Now, you see what is happening. The Kenya shilling is now becoming valueless, and the economic we are facing economic hardships these days. But above all, we are not intending to move out to quit the business soon, unless something else happens.
Oh, nice. Hiyo ni poa. Martin, pia tungetaka kujua, like for example, how do you retain your customer ndo wanaendelea kukuja hapa?
Okay, what we do, we give them something we call the customer service, good customer service. That means, for instance, in Mpesa, we must have enough fraud, both for withdrawal and deposit. Because what happens mostly when a customer comes once, twice, and gets that the attendant does not have fraud, now you never see that customer again. So what we do, we make sure all our outlets have enough fraud to cater for both deposits and withdrawals. At the same time, on the other products, we keep varieties of products. Phones, for instance, phones. We keep a varieties of phones so that when a customer comes, the customer will not bounce. We also make sure we have enough lines for connections, and as well as for SIM card replacement, so that whenever a customer comes, he's sorted there without further delay.
Talking of customers, like mshaipata ile challenge ya maybe customer amekuja amechanganya employee wako, maybe amehepa na pesa?
Of late we have not had such an incident, but previously we had an incident where somebody came with money, that money was fake money, and they had, I don't know how they confused the attendant to a place. He was unconscious. I don't know what happened, because we were called when already the attendant was unconscious. But she never lost any money, because the moment the guys knew something wrong has happened, they just disappeared. So those challenges are there, although very rare. but we try to advise our attendants to be extra vigilant.
Talking of kuchanganywa, hii place mko na camera ama?
Yeah, we have a CCTV camera, and you see what happens when those con men or con women came and sense that there is a CCTV camera. Whatever intentions they had, they just disappear.
Nice. At least mko na security ya kutosha. Pia Martin, tungetaka kujua kutoka uanze hii place ni success gani unaweza sema so far imehappen hapa?
The success that we had is we had a team that used to sell airtime, and airtime has been the best of our performance in this shop, seconded by Mpesa. Mpesa, we get high commissions because we don't lack fruit. But our main top performer is airtime sales, whereby we have a DSA who has been doing 1 million shillings and above, and when we get at least whenever we do 1 million plus sales, we get 1.5% commission from Safaricom, which boosts the shops in to meet the overheads.
Nice. Pia tungetaka kujua, talking of success, venye mulianza hii place, mulitake how long ndo ianze kuleta profit?
Yeah, we took for about close to 3-4 months before people knew what we are doing. We took some time, but that's the nature of business. You cannot start and then expect to make good money all of a sudden. It has to take time. People know what you do, and then from there you pick up.
Talking of good money, tungetaka kujua Martin, hii job imekuletea ni achievements gani imekuletea kwa life yako besides kwa job?
Apart from job, I have achieved a lot. I'm able to educate my children who are now in college. I'm also managed to have a home out of the business, and I'm expecting to do more in future.
All the best. Pia ningetaka kujua, sai Martin nikikupatia 200k, what will you do with it?
This day is 200,000. There's nothing much you can do with that money. Because what is happening these days, the Kenyan shilling has depreciated a lot. Although it is money that can also give you something, but apart from what I do here, I also do supplies. I do supply laboratory chemicals to the water companies and such. So it can also help me to do more of the supplies.
Nice. Naona umejipanga. Pia tungetaka kujua, talking of supplies, how can you define success? What is success to you?
Now, success is the way I define it is how far the business has taken me. As I've said, including all what I've achieved from this business. So that's how I would define success.
Nice. Yeah, pia ni jibu poa sana. Pia tungetaka kujua, like for example, e place, would you need more employees ama umetosheka na wenye uko nao sai?
At the moment we don't need more employees, because you say in a business you have to look at the overheads. The overheads should not exceed whatever you are getting. So if my payroll is more than what I'm getting, then I will not remain in this business for long. I would quit and go home and do something else. So we are not intending to have more employees, because we are also looking on what we are getting and what the employees are taking home.
Nice. Martin, pia tungetaka kujua how do you deal na stress ya kazi, ama unafikanga pale nyumbani unatolea watoto stress, unatolea mama stress?
So how we deal with, when it comes to stress ya kazi, I handle it internally. When I leave this shop, now I become a family man. Now I go to the next part of life with my children and wife. So any stress that is related to job, we just leave it here. Go home when now you have nothing. You have nothing to take home.
Nice. Martin, pia tungetaka kujua, Team Shakina wanataka kujua, where do you see yourself in 5-10 years business wise?
In 5 to 10 years, I'm intending to become a big entrepreneur, meaning in the next 10 years, I'm looking to having more outlets. I'm also intending to extend my supplies job and at least perfect it to my expectation.
All the best in that. Pia tungetaka kujua, how do you guys advertise e-business ndo watu wajue kuna Vesta mahali? Like mko na social media platforms, ama how do you guys do?
At the moment, we don't do social media advert.
Have you thought about it?
I've never thought about it. But as far as the technology, how the technology is moving us, it will be wise to start advertising the business through the social media to at least get more business.
Pia Martin, tungetaka kujua, what do you think e-place ni unique nayo, like kulingana hizo Mpesa zingine, like unaweza sema aje kitu unique about e-place yako?
The only unique thing with my other outlet is that here we have ample parking for our customers. Our customers don't struggle to pay the county parking fees. We have ample parking. Number 2, the shop is spacious. We have even somewhere where a customer can sit for a few minutes and relax. Other shops are squeezed. And apart from the other, another thing that make it unique is that apart from Mpesa, we also do agency banking. We do equity, KCB, cooperative, and family bank, agency banking. So that's the unique thing with this outlet.
Na pia tungetaka kujua, apart from venye mna deal na pesa, kuna kitu ingine mnauza hapa ndani?
Yes, apart from Mpesa, we also sell phones. We also sell accessories, phone accessories, and I'm also intending to have. I'm in agreement with the MCOP people, whereby we can have phones, have lipa mdogo mdogo phones to our customers. So that is what we are doing at the moment.
Martin, tumefurahi na hiyo information umetupatia about Mpesa, Family Bank na Equity Bank. Sasa tungetaka uongeleshe mtu pale mwenye maybe angetaka kuweka business yake kama hii, unaweza muadvise aje?
Okay, the way I would advise somebody is, number 1, you do the business research, you do the market market research. You find out wherever you want to set a business, is the business place good for you to start the business you want to start. Number 2, have enough capital. That is also a requirement.
Capital kama ya how much hivi?
For instance, for this business these days, if you want to do Mpesa, you want to do phones, these days you have to look for a capital of not less than $500,000. That is the capital that can sustain you in business.
Kumbe inakuanga expensive hivyo we? Okay.
Yes, you must have $500,000. At least this is enough capital to cater for Mpesa as well as the other products, that is phones, accessories and such. And you see with this, you'll be in a position now to get business and able to meet your overheads. Number 2, you're also supposed to look when looking for an outlet, look for a place where there's flow of customers. Don't just go to an outlet where you stay without there's no movement of people, because when there is movement of people, that is when you get business. So those are the major factors to consider. Location, you also have to consider to a place where there is security. Security is also a key issue. Because you must for you to do good in business, you must be secure. The other one is once you want to look for an outlet, look for an outlet that is permanent, not semi-permanent. Semi-permanent, I mean you look for a shop that is permanent. It's not mabati structure where maybe the county government can come and clear the structures overnight. Look for a permanent building whereby you are sure of you are able to stay there for quite some time without much interruption from the county government and the government.
Team Shakina, mmesikia Martin amewaadvise in case unataka kuweka Mpesa, muangalie location, security na hizo vitu zote zenye amesema. Na tumekuja mwisho wa hii video. It has been your girl Shakina.